Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. How are we doing, chaps and chapettes? Hang on, I'm a bit zoomed in here. I got, no, not that one, that one. There we go. We're a bit zoomed in here, chaps and chapettes. How are we doing? How is everybody feeling? We are we're a week away from the start of the season. Hang on a minute here. That'll do. It'll be all right, won't it? It'll be fine. How you doing, Josh? How you doing, Laura? Hope you are all okay. Why is it like that over here? Must be shadow. Let me move these things. Hang on. I don't know what's going on here, chat. Who knows what's going on? Who cares? Derby County face Mansfield this afternoon. This evening, whatever you want to call it. It is a big game because it is the third to last pre-season friendly. I think I figured out what the issue is. Hang on. There we go. That's better. There we go. Sorted, chaps and chapettes. But we are all right. Someone has signed. Who signed? I should have done this before I started, to be honest. I don't know why I didn't. But hey ho. Two different teams for tonight and tomorrow, or same team heavily rotated. Two different teams. So you'll see the lineup to the left of me, down here. Vickers in goal, Nyambi, Langas, Cannaville and Gill as your back four. I'm then thinking it's a midfield three of Allen, Kenzo and Eames with a front three of Brown, Smith and Selverson, but we will see. Blackett Taylor is on the bench. Someone has signed, I'm not leaking it though. You will see soon. Who has signed? Who has signed? I don't think anything's been announced. Do not think anything has been. Why does my camera keep turning? Stay there, bro. There we go. That'll do. Who's signed? Who has signed? I just need to check that it's doing what it needs to do. Yeah, it is. Bang. You will see soon. Well, we've had some news today. Not official, but I saw. Well, we have which we will go through over the course of up until kickoff. So first things first, we've had confirmation of the Sammy Szmodics deal. Not officially from Derby yet. The camera has moved again. What is this camera doing? There we go. Stay there. There we go. Thank you. No moving. But yeah, so we've had confirmation of Szmodics, essentially. He is set to join Derby on a season-long loan with an obligation to buy. The understanding is that the obligation is appearance-based, but we will wait and see. There's rumours regarding the fee. The fee coming from Ben Jacobs is 5.4 million if Derby get promoted. The fee by Dom Dietrich is a lot less than that, so we will wait and see. Right, what is going on with this camera? We're going to do that. We're going to zoom in a bit. Can't hear? What can't you hear? You should be able to hear. Unmute me. I'm not muted. I'm live. I'm all good. Don't you worry. We are all live and good. There we go. Why is no sound? What do you mean no sound? There is sound. Hey. Let me just type this in the chat. I am not muted. There we go. I'm not muted. Yeah, I'm not muted. I'm all live. I'm sound. But I think tomorrow will be more of a starting 11. But let's get back onto the transfers. Sammy Szmodics, 5.4 million obligation if Derby are promoted. Not complaining too much about that personally. I don't actually think that's too much of a bad deal. obviously, if we get promoted, the question mark is who's the real one. Dom Dietrich is saying 2.7, so we will see what happens. I assume there'll be clauses and stuff with that anyway. There's also conversations around Liam Thompson at the moment. I can't hear. I'll shut down the app and try again. Perfect. There's also an update on Liam Thompson. The understanding is he's obviously not involved tonight. He's not even on the bench. He is progressing with a move to Mansfield, tonight's opponents. I can hear fine. Love that. Are you related to Adisa by any chance? I reckon that second name quite easily. It's a really easy second name to acknowledge, isn't it? But I think we're in a good place heading into the start of the season. It's not necessarily perfect. There's obviously a lot of work that we still need to do. There's a lot of players that we still need to add, but I think we're in an okay position. I'm not going to lie. I do think we're okay. Just need to add a few bodies in the wide areas, and I think we'll be fine, personally. I think we'll be completely fine. But you add those bodies and you're all right, in my opinion. We had those couple of bodies. My end, sorry, not working. No worries at all, bro. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. Tonight will be interesting, though, because I look at those players that are in the team tonight as your fringe 11, let's say. Obviously, you look at the likes of Cruz Allen, Owen Eames. They're going to be on the edge. You look at the likes of Tristan Gill. They're going to be on the edge. I think Kenzo and Selverson and Nyambi will go. Yes, mate, I'm Adisa's dad. Don't hold it against me. Absolutely do not hold it against you. Absolutely do not hold it against you. Your lad has done very well. Your lad has done very well. Let's hope for some first team opportunities this season. Let's hope for some first team opportunities. It'll be interesting to see what happens with some of the academy lads, because I think some of them have really proved themselves this season. I do. I think some of them have done really, really well, if I'm honest. So it'll be interesting to see how that all develops as we head towards, obviously it's Lincoln in just over a week, which will be a really important game to sort of see who's in the squad, who's not in the squad, because obviously we're expecting David Ozo to sign by next week. You're expecting Smodics in the door. Who else is going to come in the door? I assume it all depends on the investment deal, which is going on behind the scenes at the moment. But so it's a very good position to be in for me. We've got some really high quality youngsters. We're set to bring in some really, really good players as well. So I don't think you can complain. And I think those youngsters that are in and around the first team as well, they've got that opportunity to train with like some of the best players in the championship. Like for me, Carter Morris, in my opinion, is one of the best number 9s in the league. Obviously, when Agyemang's fit, one of the best players in the league. So obviously, and defensively, Matt Clark, Sondre Langas, and Dion Sanderson, 3 of the most consistent centre backs that you can have in this division. So, do you reckon they're holding off the announcement of new signings till investment is announced? Yes, I would imagine so. I think a lot of our deals are probably relating to that deal, if I'm honest. Which, to be honest with you, is a little bit annoying, but it's one of those things, isn't it? You've got to have money in the door to be able to spend, if that makes sense. And we don't necessarily have that money in the door at the moment. So we've just got to wait for that to pop up. Why is my Rams TV stream? Rams TV stream is not working. Sorry, chat. It'll be all right. We're back now. But it's good to see Langas involved tonight. I hope he plays 45, 60, maybe. Because you'd want him involved for Charlton, probably. I think Langas will play Tuesday night against Rotherham. Because obviously we play tonight, we play tomorrow. Then we play Tuesday night against Rotherham. I think Tuesday night will be your players that won't play against Lincoln, but will be a part of the first team, if that makes sense. So I think you're looking at obviously Sondre, You're looking then at, I think Zetterstrom probably plays. Still a crop of academy lads working their way back to fitness who'll be knocking on the door of the first team. Isaac Gordon, Johnson, Osong, now McAndrew. Yeah, 100%. I was expecting Isaac Gordon to be a big part of this pre-season. Didn't realise he was injured. Obviously, Niall, very, very good player. And Osong as well, very, very good. So it will be very interesting to see how, when all these academy lads come back, what the plan is with them. Because the most frustrating thing for me over the last 18 months is I don't think we've given enough opportunities, but it's one of those things. It will develop as we get a more comfortable, consistent squad. I think that's when we'll start to see more of the likes of Owen Eames, more of the likes of Cruz Allen, Isaac Gordon, Rio, Cannaville. You obviously got Charlie Smith as well. I think you need sort of a settled 11 before you can start bringing those young lads through so that they can get the best possible return, if that makes sense. Because in my opinion, if you don't have a consistent 11, I think it's a little bit of a struggle for the players to break in properly. But we will see what happens. There's obviously a lot of really good players in our academy. Like this crop coming through, I think they were under 16s. No, maybe a bit younger than that actually. They were like just going into under 16s when I was at Derby as an academy analyst, and like honestly, some of the players in, like, let's say the players at like 18, 19, 20 now, I thought were very, very good when they were a little bit younger as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they all break in. You've obviously got the transfer situation is the one that's going to break you a little bit because it sort of puts you a little bit further back. How you doing, Logan, bro? Hope you're okay, mate. Hope you are okay. How you doing, mate? I'm just checking Twitter to see if anything's happened. Smolik fills a gap in any forward position with his versatility, and Ajimang injured, no BBD. It is needed and scored 27. Yeah, I agree. I don't think the Smodics deal is a bad one. I think bringing Smodics in is good. I think the situation that I'm a little bit wary about is the fee, if that makes sense. So we'll just see how the fee is and go from there, because if it's 2.7 million pre any sort of promotion, I have no issue with that deal at all. If it's 5.4 promotion or no promotion, then you've sort of got a little bit of a discussion to have there about who is sanctioning these deals and who's having these conversations. I'm not by any means saying that Smodics isn't a good player. Do not get me wrong. But obviously it's a very expensive deal for a player who has been very hit and miss over the last 18 months, let's say. Might not be 18 months, to be fair. It's probably the last 12. But I did think Smodics was pretty decent when he got up to speed with us last year. So if you get him in and you sort of ease him in gently, obviously with Bobby Clark and stuff like that involved in it as well, then I think we'll be all right. But as things stand at the minute, I think you see Owen Eames start on Lincoln City. I think you see Cruz Allen maybe in and around the squad on Lincoln City, which I'm not saying you don't want it, but also you sort of look at your opening games and you want to go for it from the off. And I just think we're missing a couple. I can't lie. Maybe in promotion-based bonuses, I trust BBC. Most always seem to be on the money. Yeah, I don't disagree. I will let you guys know who are on stream. I have got in touch with Derby County about getting myself on the press list so that I get all the information local media get, if that makes sense. Just so that I'm sort of guaranteed with the facts sort of thing when I'm talking about things. But they haven't got back to me yet. But then I did email them late on a Friday, so it's one of those things. We'll see if they get back to me on Monday. If they don't, we'll just keep going as we are. But I think you obviously look at the situation with Smodics, the fee. Whichever way you look at it, I don't think it's horrific, especially if he performs as well. Like we spent. Now, the only thing that I do sort of question, we spent 6 million on Bobby Clark, then you look at the Smodics deal, potentially 5.4. It sort of changes the conversation on how good of a deal Bobby Clark was, if you ask me. So we'll wait and see how things develop in that regard. But we are going to have to wait and see. We won't know for sure for ages. What's this? What's going on here? Oh, they're doing a feature. What's this feature? That's the new shirt. This might be the Q&A. Yeah, they're doing a Q&A on Rams TV. Cheers, Rams TV. Oh, Stephen Pearce was there. Welcome, Stephen. Was this the day that we got all the news about investment? I'm pretty sure someone who watches my content was at this. Has Smodics had a full preseason with Ipswich? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he's played or how much he's played. Or anything along those lines, to be fair. It's a bit of a weird one with Smodics because he wasn't really part of the situation at Ipswich last year. So you're sort of in a weird spot. Dion Sanderson went on 4 holidays with Bobby Clark. Fair play. What a lad. Oh, big DC's there. Big DC, David Klaus. I hope they release this as like a full video because I'd love to react to the full video. Seems to be a lot of familiar faces there. I can't believe we're a week away from the season. Genuinely cannot believe it. It's going to be a big game tonight. A big game tonight, let me tell you. Where is anything going on? Is there anything to talk about here? Hedges or Hodges? Oh yeah, there's no Hedges tonight. There's no Hedges tonight. So he must play tomorrow. He must play tomorrow. Looks like a shot window game. I don't disagree. I do not disagree at all. I do not disagree with you on that one. Definitely a shot window game. Because you look at the players that are involved, right? Nyambi's probably going. Kenzo goes. Selverson probably goes. Eames and Allen, if we get this investment deal, they probably go on loan. Although you probably want them in the first team. So there's a lot that can go from this. Ipswich only started their pre-season this week and Smodics didn't play. Adam, surely Smodics has been keeping fit. Surely he'll have been training with them though, at least. Even if he's not involved in the squad, surely he has to be at training. But we'll wait and see. So Smodics is weeks away before playing for the first team. If Smodics comes in, I think he'd start next week. I think he'd start against Lincoln. Because that Lincoln game, it's a cup game. Like, not really that bothered about it. It'll just be an extra first team game. Do you know what I mean? An extra pre-season game, sorry. Oh, they're just showing clips of McGoldrick. I've got a feeling Vickers will go MK at some point. I thought he was nailed on to leave this summer. Then he signed that 3-year contract. But I do think if he doesn't go this year, I think he goes next year. I think Vickers is probably sitting there going, Zetterstrom could go here. If he goes, do I start? I think that's what Vickers will be thinking. And obviously, if it doesn't go Vickers' way, in terms of if Zetterstrom does go, then you're opening a can of worms for him to go, well, hang on a minute, I'm not going to play, so let's go, sort of thing. But we will wait and see. MK are wanting promotion this year. Paul Warren was talking about it in an interview the other day, that they want to go up. So, and to be honest with you, they've got a pretty decent squad. Obviously, Kane Wilson's about to be back fit. They've got Mendes Lang. They've got is it Collins up front who was at Bolton, I think. Like they've got Mendes Lang. Like they've got a pretty decent group over at MK. So it will be interesting to see how that one develops with them. I'm actually going to keep an eye on League One this year because I do think it will be. I think it's going to be an interesting division this year. Obviously, Leicester down there. That'll be tough. Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday on the bounce back from administration. How are they going to do? So there's lots of conversations about League One, and obviously Liam Thompson going to Mansfield is going to be it's going to be something to keep an eye on because I think if he plays consistently, I think he'll be brilliant. MK Dons have more players than fans. You're probably right. You're probably right. Vickers' Championship standard and ready if Zetterstrom leaves. A lovely backup to have and first team if we do so. I think one goes Wednesday at some point as Pedersen will struggle in League One. I think if MK are pushing for promotion, Warren won't go. If MK are struggling, I think Warren goes, personally. Because he's got that record of every full season he's had in League One, he's gone up. So can he keep that going this year? Can he keep it going? Huge question. Huge question. But so long as Warren doesn't get the Derby job again, I'm happy. That's all I have to say. So long as he doesn't get that Derby job again. Because I tell you what, that football was dire. And I know people talk about the away wins record in League One, the points record in the league in League One. But let's be honest, he broke those records because we were in the lowest division we'd been in for donkey's yonks. And we'd also we probably had the best squad in the league as well. I still think we should have won the title when we was in League One. I still believe that personally. Obviously, everyone can have their opinions, but I still believe he should have. We should have gone up champions. We dropped a bollock both times against Pompey, so. But we're past that now. We've got a much better manager now. And to be fair, we've got a much better coaching group. We've replaced Paul Warren, Richie Barker, Hamshaw, and Warrington with Paul Clements, who is an unbelievable goalie coach. You've got Matt Gardner, who is very, very good at his job. Ben Wilkinson, who's just came in from Man City. There's a foreign guy called Christopher, who is very, very good coach as well. And then you obviously got, is it Keith Downing as well? So very, very good coaching group these days. So let's hope that coaching group continues to develop. Do you know who else we didn't mention earlier when we was talking about injured players coming back? Charles Abuka Abadikizu. He was great last pre-season. Warren is a good character, was needed to get us out of League One as pretty football just doesn't work. Look at Bolton and Huddersfield recently. Lincoln won the league with the least possession. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Completely, it was the right move, but I think we'd have gone up with Rossignol, if that makes sense. I think our January window would have looked a lot better under Rossignol as well, but it's just one of those situations. It was the right call. When it comes to Liam Rossignol, it was right man, wrong time, in my opinion. If we'd have stayed up in the Championship after administration, you keep you keep Rossignol, and you don't even question Paul Warren. But it's good afternoon, isn't it? Good afternoon when you've got some good managers in your history. Like I actually feel quite bad for Wazza in a sense when it comes to management, because he obviously walked away from Derby and went to DC at the end of administration, left Rossignol behind, and I think that cost him massively. No worries, JJ. I'll see you later, bro. No worries at all, mate. Have a good evening, mate. Have a good evening. Do you think the Turkey deal will go through? Yeah, probably. Agreed. Rosenior is top end championship end manager. Shane Noah has given him a full time gig. I'm pretty sure he's just gone to a team in France. Any manager would have gotten us up from League One. I think that if you give Rosenior 6 months, he figures out the league and he gets us up. That's my personal opinion, anyway. I thought that obviously you gave him a tiny pre-season, so he didn't really get a chance to bed in his squad, get used to his squad, put in his methods. We actually started pretty well. I think we was a point outside the top 6 when they replaced him with Paul Warne. And then it was sort of one of those situations where Warne had to get us up, otherwise it was a fail. If we didn't go up in that second season, Warne would have gone. I'd like to see Kenzo given a go in the 10. Seems John fancies him more defensive. I think John likes him a little bit deeper because of the build-up, if that makes sense. So you have your 2 sitting, one drops off to pick up the ball, whereas the other one sort of moves out a little bit. So I think Kenzo's just seen as a bit more of a builder rather than your final creator, if that makes sense. Which I don't necessarily disagree with. You need players that can break the lines in every single position for me. Your centre-backs need to be able to break lines. Your holding midfielders need to be able to break lines. I just feel like Kenzo struggles a little bit in that role because he's not defensively minded. But I don't think Kenzo will be a Derby player by the end of the transfer window anyway. Like, to be completely honest, I think Kenzo will very much be gone by the end of the transfer window. Where he goes, I don't know. Wouldn't shock me, actually, to see Kenzo go on loan to like Sheffield Wednesday or something in League One, where he's going to play for one of the better teams, because I think that would make him look decent. But we're going to have to wait and see, because he needs to go somewhere where he's going to play consistently and do a decent job, if that makes sense. So we will have to wait and see. Hang on a second. I've got a bill going at me bank and there's no money in my account. Let me just do this, chat. Kenzo, no future with I hope Kenzo does go, to be fair. Kenzo has no future with the club, sadly. Most of this lineup will be bench at least. I agree. You think loan or perm? I think Kenzo will go permanently. I think it'll either be loan with obligation or a perm, if I'm honest. Kenzo suits prettier football. Italy would be ideal. I don't disagree with that. I do not disagree with that at all. I think you put Kenzo in like one of like the top teams. I said it a couple of years ago when we first bought him. I said that if you put Kenzo in, like, I think it was Leeds won the league that year, or Burnley or whatever it was. If you put him in that team, he'd look unbelievable. But it's one of those situations where we just weren't one of those teams. For Go Ahead Eagles last season, he was rubbish as well. Hardly got in the team. It's just one of those things. If it was that team, can't remember. Yeah, it was. It was that team. Right, the players are walking out onto the pitch, ladies and gents. The players are walking out to the pitch. So your Derby County side is Vickers in goal, Nyambi, Langas, Cannaville and Gill as your back 4, with a midfield 3 of Allen, Kenzo and Eames, with your front 3 of Smith, Brown and Selverson as your 9. It could also be a 4-4-2, but as things stand right now, it isn't. Go on, Gav. Thanks for the gold coin, bro. Appreciate that, mate. Good evening, mean bro. Hope you're okay. Why is my nose so itchy? No, I don't do drugs. We are facing up against Dave McGoldrick. How is everybody doing? Go on, Gav. Another 10, Jules. We love that. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Let's just make sure we're in the right position. There we go. We're all good, chat. We are all good. We are all set up and ready to go, ladies and gents. Do you know what? Mansfield's grounds looks pretty decent, you know. Looks pretty decent. Only got 90, so sending them. Love that. Is that investor really going through? I believe so, yes. Go on, another 10. Gold coins. We love that. That's what we want to see. Sondre Langas is captain for the evening, which is pretty decent for me. Come on, you Rams. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I wonder what the plan is with Eames and stuff. Barnsley made a mistake letting Horahan and Didzy go. Yeah, I agree. From the rumours I've seen, they offered Didzy 50% of his wages, which I think is ridiculous. When will Smodic's medical? I imagine he's probably already had it. They never usually announce signings on a game day. Unless he's playing today or tomorrow, I don't think they'll announce it until like Monday. They might announce it on Sunday. There's a cracking cafe at Mansfield Ground. I need to go, don't I? But we don't play them, so it's a bit of a weird one to go to, really. Bit of a weird one to go to. But do you want to know? It's good to see Nigel Clough, you know, doing a good job with Mansfield, doing everything right. You got any evidence of Alan Nixon's David Ozo story? Yes, I have. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it up. He said, Nico said this. There you go. And also said, give me 1 second. Also said that. So there you go. There you go. That's what he said. Welcome, ladies and gents. Right, let's get ready for the game. 3, 2, 1, and we are underway here at Mansfield Town. It appears to be a 4-4-2. It appears to be a 4-4-2. No, it isn't actually. Wait, what? What are we playing here? Have you seen the new FC ratings? No, I haven't. I can't lie. Ryan Niambi to Tristan Gill. Kenzo. Kenzo loses the ball. Derby throwing on that left-hand side. Tristan Gill taking the throw-in. So, Cruz Allen is your 10. Oh, Dejan Brown on the ball. Tristan Gill on the left. For some reason, my streamers started buffering. Now my stream won't load. We have a problem. We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Where's my stream gone? There we go. We're back. We are back. Don't you worry. We are back. So it's Charlie Smith and Kenzo deep. No, it's Kenzo deep. Charlie Smith and Allen just ahead. It is. So Eames is on one side, Brown on the other, Selverson is your 9. Vickers sends it long. 1.5 minutes gone. Looking for Selverson. It takes a touch, knocks it down. Yeah, mine crash. Yeah. At least it wasn't just me. Cannaville doesn't get fouled. It's Roberts. Out to number 8. Whips it in. Cleared away by Sondre Langas over the bar. Let me just make sure we're on the quality. How you doing, Jamie? So corner for Mansfield. Sondre Langas deflected an effort over the bar. Should hear from Eustace tomorrow on Radio Derby. About time, you know. About time. We sort of need to hear from him. Whipped in from the corner, headed away by Selverson. Eames doesn't win it, goes to Mansfield defender, sends it long into the box. Niambi can't win the header. It falls out to number 24 to Tyler I'm pretty sure that's Roberts. No, it's not. It's Reed. Drops it back to number 20, plays it inside. Thank you, Jamie, bro. Appreciate all the gifts, Gavin, bro. Gav sends it forward. What's he falling over for? What is he falling over for? Another 10 joules. Go on, Gav. Nyambi has got a throw in halfway through Derby's half, throws it into Kenzo, who sends it long. Selverson pressing, but it goes all the way through to the Mansfield keeper. Rolls it out to the centre half. Dejan Brown doesn't know whether it's coming or going. It goes out to the left. Tristan Gill on the heavy press, gets a deflection on that. Kenzo gets bodied, but keeps the ball in play. Drops to starting 11 is here. Starting 11 is here, bro. Starting 11 is here. It's pretty much academy and fringe players. It is. But here's your team. Vickers in goal, Nyambi, Langas, Cannaville, Gill. A midfield three of Kenzo, Allen and Smith with Eames, Brown and Selverson. How many of those line up do you expect to be playing for us next season? Allen, Eames, Langas. That's about it, really. I think the rest will go out on loan or permanently. Ryan Nyambi, throwing on the right-hand side just inside the Mansfield half. Someone's got to offer. No one's offering. Kenzo offers. Sent long by Nyambi, flicked on by Selverson. Falls to Owen Eames on the edge. Selverson wins it in the box. He's not going to get there. Unlucky Selvo. That's probably the best bit of Selverson that we've seen so far. No. His first goal came against... Did he score against Cardiff? Kenzo drops it off to Cannaville. Drops it out to Langas. Goes all the way across to Tristan Gill in Derby County's half, just on the edge. And Tristan Gill's breaking away. Dejan Brown looking for an opening. Cruz Allen knocks it off to Charlie Smith. Gets intercepted by Didsey. Allen battling. Number 25 plays it out to the right. It's dropped off by Akins. Roberts takes a shot. It's blocked. Hits him again and goes out for a Derby goal kick. I was thinking about doing YouTube. How much subscribers or views to get money? You need 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours on long form content, or like 30 million shorts views or something like that. If you download YouTube Studio and click on the like dollar icon in the bottom right, it should tell you all the stipulations and stuff. But once you've hit that 1,000, it doesn't matter how many subs you've got. Your money's based on your views. Sent long by Vickers. Selverson flicks on. Dejan Brown battling. Dejan Brown knocks it past one. Eames is dropping into a good position. Dejan Brown's going one-on-one with number 20. Drops it off to Tristan Gill. Whips it in. It's headed away. It's dropped out to the Mansfield fullback. Won by Cannaville on the halfway. Gives away a foul. Scored against Cardiff. I thought he did. Seems stupid. Playing players we don't need match fit for the start of the season, in my opinion. I think it's a bit of a showcase, to be honest. I think our main first team will play tomorrow, and I think most of them will play 70 minutes, if I'm honest. But I think a lot of these players in this game will move on, especially if the investment deal goes through. Sent long by Mansfield. Touched into McGoldrick. Kenzo's battling. 25. Switches the play out to Luke. Is that Lucas Akins? Yeah, I think it is. He is facing up against Cruz Allen. It's played inside. 25 on the ball here. Out to number 5. McGoldrick sends it. Kenzo's tracking. Oh, Tristan Gill gets... No, it's Cannaville gets in there. Clear it, clear it. It's now 500 subs, 3,000. Oh, is it? I thought it was 1,000. Is Tommy playing for Mansfield? No. He's not playing for anybody tonight. Vickers punches away from the corner. Guys, who do you think will win? What will the score be according to you guys? Derby will win 2-0. That's my prediction. I'm not biased, I promise. Good ball sent in. Goes all the way around. Nyambi. I'm sure Nyambi got a touch on that. It's on the right. It's on the right hand side. I think that's Owen Eames pressing. Goes all the way back to number 20 for Mansfield. About halfway into the Derby half with 23 on Mansfield. This is going to get whipped in by Akins and does. Falls to number 8, Russell. Cleared away by Langas. Owen Eames chasing. We are severely under pressure here. Langas takes a touchdown. Langas is under a lot of pressure. Nyambi drops it back to Vickers. Out to Canaville. Look for Gill. Finds him. Gill sends it long. There's nobody there. Selverson's chasing. Have you thought about AFL content or just sticking to Derby? For now, I'm just sticking to Derby. I know what I'm doing when it comes to Derby stuff. I might put some EFL stuff on like the main channel. Like I might do an EFL preview video and talk about like who won the transfer window and stuff like that. But that'll all be on that channel. Kenzo loses the ball to McGoldrick. Michael Smith to McGoldrick. McGoldrick's going to send it all the way. What? Cruz Allen shit himself. Sorry, Cruz. It's Akins up against Gill. Gill doing well. Blocks the cross. Well done. They both have to leave. They both score. Yes. No idea. Mansfield corner on Derby County's left. Whipped in. Cleared away by Selverson. Owen Eames chasing. Oh, that's so unlucky by Owen Eames. Just unlucky. Really well defended, though. Mansfield now breaking. Number 19, Roberts. Beats one, beats another. All the way out to the right-hand side. Drops it back. It's headed away. It's a volley. Nyambi blocks it away. It's a corner. Hopefully we see Merkin or Brewster Saturday or next week. I think he might get. I think they might get 20 minutes tomorrow. They'll either play tomorrow or Tuesday because I'm pretty sure they're both back with the squad now. But we haven't seen that much training footage, to be honest. For saying it's pre-season, we haven't seen anywhere near as much as you sort of anticipate. Right, so Mansfield corner on Derby County's right-hand side after an Nyambi block. It's whipped in all the way to the back post. I have no idea what's going on here. It's whipped into the box again. Langas clears it away. Someone's just got absolutely battered on the edge of the box. I think it's Charlie Smith. It's whipped in again by Mansfield. Nyambi flicks it over. It goes out for a corner. It's another corner. Derby County's right. It is another corner. It's a good job we don't play our 21s, isn't it? Mansfield corner, right-hand side, whipped in, punched away by Vickers, flicked on by Allen. It falls to the edge of the box, volleyed back out to the corner taker, who takes a touch inside. It's blocked off by Nyambi. Eames picks it up. Drops it off for Nyambi. Nyambi takes a touch, clears it away. Looks for, I think that was Allen. But it's back with Mansfield now on the halfway line. Mr. Versatile Akins loves playing under Nigel Clough, remember at Burton. Yeah. Is he like 37, 38 now? Oh, the ball's been dropped off. It falls to Dejon Brown. Cruz Allen's attacking. Is he going to get there? Yes, he does. He wins the corner. Well done, Cruz Allen. Well done, Dejon Brown as well. Read that really well. Who's taking it? Cruz Allen is going to take it. No, he's not. Kenzo is. Oh, my stream's crashed. No, it's not. It's back. We're all right. We're back. Kenzo. Come on, Kenzo. Whip this one in. There's lots of pulling going on at the back post with Sondre Langas. It's whipped in by Kenzo, goes all the way through, headed away by Mansfield, and now cleared away by Mansfield. And it's going to fall to Ryan Niambi, who's going to drop it off for Vickers, who takes a touch and drops it to, I'm pretty sure it's Tristan Gill. Tristan Gill sends it long, looking for Dejon Brown, headed out. Should be a Derby County throw-in. Just into the Mansfield half. Tristan Gill picks this one up to take it. Are they doing the throwing rules in like the EFL and stuff? Where they get like 5 seconds or whatever it is. Tristan Gill finds Dejon Brown. Back to Gill. Gives the ball away. Unlucky Tristan. It's Didsey now in the middle of the park. Dropped off for the Mansfield defender. To the Mansfield goalkeeper. Ames challenges. Doesn't win it. Goes all the way through. Sondre Langas is going to get there. And does. Drops it off for Vickers. Vickers plays it in for Charlie Smith. Off to Canaville. I wouldn't go full time straight away. Depends on your view situation though. Depends what you're earning. Vickers into Kenzo. Kenzo out to Langas. See, that's what I like Kenzo doing. Dropping in, dropping the ball out. Like he is now in those spaces. Smith beats a man. Gets absolutely dragged. Must do as they do in a non-league match. I went way too quickly. Yeah. That is Kenzo getting on the ball in midfield. Rio Canaville waits a little bit too long. Has to drop it off to Gill. Derby going all the way back to Vickers. When did you have a job when you started? I was at uni, so I was getting my student loan. Vickers sends it long. Finds Selverson. Selverson battles, gives away a foul. I was working at Doncaster when I started. Doncaster as an intern and my student loan. Mansfield free kick midway through their own half after a Selverson foul. Who knows what's going to happen here? It is sent long. There's Didsey and Smith. Neither of them go for it. Langas wins the header. Dropped off. Akins. Dejon Brown presses. It is in midfield. Is that John Russell? Brown loses the ball as the Mansfield man falls over. It's a spin. It's a spin and a spin from Russell. Charlie Smith's pressing. Owen Eames pressing. Get out there. Get out there. Get out to him. Get out to him. Force him. Eames is doing really well with the press. I swear you have to get a lot of views for TikTok. I earn... If I do TikTok lives, you earn off the GIFs. But I don't get ad rev off TikTok. Kenzo drops off to Langas. Nyambi. Nyambi sends it long. Nobody's going to get there. It's going to go all the way through to the Mansfield keeper. Dejon Brown pressing. Selverson's got to go. And does. Selverson gets absolutely chopped by the centre half. Now Dejon Brown's out of position, so Cruz Allen's had to step over to the left. Sent long by the Mansfield goalkeeper, looking for Canaville. Well, he's not looking for Canaville, he's looking for Smith. But Canaville gets it. Now Gill, now Kenzo. Working it well on that left-hand side. Still working it well on the left-hand side. And it should go out for a Derby throw-in, and it does. Halfway through the Mansfield half, 17 minutes gone. Tristan Gill sends it, looking for Selverson, who takes a touch, holds it up well, drops it off for Gill. Gill back to Kenzo. Should have gone inside to Charlie Smith, really. Canaville. Back to Vickers. Right, someone needs to drop in that space. Didsey sitting on Charlie. Vickers into Kenzo. Kenzo straight out to Langas. Langas sent it long. Eames has got a battle. Surely that's got to be Derby ball. I have no idea how that's not a Derby ball. Throw-in coming from Mansfield. Langas wins it. Into Kenzo, kicks it out of play. Cheers, Kens. Roberts drops it off. Selverson wins it. Knocks it off for Eames. Eames is going. Eames is direct. Eames is loving life here. Drops it off to Kenzo. Kenzo knocks it straight out. Rio Canaville. Looks for Tristan Gill. Finds him. Back into Kenzo. Kenzo, that's a really nice touch. Breaks away. Drops it in for Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith shoots over the bar. Does Brown go permanently or on loan next season? I think he'll do well with Chesterfield. The suggestion, well, what I've been told is he's going to Rochdale on loan. That's what I've been told. But it won't happen until next week. I'm not sure if that's before Rotherham or after, but apparently he's going Rochdale. Oh, it's Derby corner. I didn't realise it took a deflection. I'm not sure who's taking this. It'd be Kenzo, won't it? Kenzo to whip it in, and does. Selverson gets a flick on, it's a foul. Mansfield free kick in their own box. He's not got anywhere yet, though, right? Are you on about Brown? If you're on about Dejan Brown, no, he's not got a deal agreed yet. Not publicly, anyway. Charlie Smith on the ball. Looks for Ryan Niambi. Eames into the gaps. Charlie Smith now. Nah, he's not gone anywhere yet. Charlie Smith looking for Dejan Brown. Finds him. It's flicked on. It goes out for a Mansfield throw-in. That's unlucky. That's unlucky. It was a really good idea there by Charlie Smith. Yeah, he's not gone anywhere yet. Not just yet. Didn't do well with Port Vale, but obviously amazing at Gateshead. It's probably League 2 standard right now. Yeah, I thought he should have gone League 2 the year we got promoted back to the Championship. I thought the fact we kept him was a bit silly. And I think that's what ruined him last year at Port Vale. He didn't know the difference in steps. Slangas. Back to Vickers. Vickers to Kenzo. Kenzo to Langas. Langas to Charlie Smith. Smith trying to break away. He's under a lot of pressure here. Out to Gill. Gill takes a touch inside. Now finds Smith again. Smith gets fouled. No, he doesn't. Ref carries on. Kenzo wins the tackle. Falls to Roberts. That's Didsey. He falls over. Just rolled out to Owen Eames. Owen Eames plays the ball forward. Finds Cruz Allen. It's knocked on for Selverson. Selverson finds Dejan Brown. Dejan Brown! Bang, bang, bang! There we go. That's a really good goal. That is a really good goal, that. That is a very, very good bit of play. Really good defending by Ryan Niambi. Quickly played out by Josh Vickers. Out to Owen Eames. Plays it through the lines. It gets flicked on by Cruz Allen. And there is Lars-Jørgen Selverson. Whips it into the box. And a goal there for Dejan Brown. A really, really nice finish. Really nice finish. Thank you, Gavin, for the jewels. It's a really good play. Selverson does really well to get up there as well. It's a really good touch by Brown. Does really well there. Does really well. That's probably... That is very, very good. Get in just as we were talking about him. Exactly. You talk about putting yourself in the shop window. You talk about putting yourself in the shop window. That is absolutely perfect. Mansfield get us back underway. 22 and a half minutes gone. Mansfield have it back with their goalkeeper now. Selverson pressing and pressing well. Sends it long. Canada's a little... YouTube just gave me 50 more for free. Love that. You can send them this way. Owen Eames picks up the ball in midfield. Drops it off for Smith. Finds Allen. The ball gets tackled from Allen, but it falls to Nyambi. Nyambi finds Eames. Eames puts it into the box. It's cleared away by the Mansfield defender. Nyambi looks as if he's going to get a touch on it and does. Nyambi battling well, drops it off for Charlie Smith. He loses the ball. Unlucky Smith. Is he good enough to get game time this season? Are you on about Dejon Brown? If you're on about Dejon Brown, is at that age where he doesn't have to be registered, so he could be a part of the squad, but you probably want him to go and play rather than sit on the bench. At least in my opinion, anyway. Sent long by the Mansfield keeper. Langas gets a touch on it, flicks it over, finds Selverson. Selverson takes a strike from distance. It's a good save by the Mansfield keeper. I say it's a good save. It was right at him, to be fair. Mansfield drop it out. Set the left back. Yeah, I think Brown could be a part of the squad, but if you like the rumours of like Smodix coming in, Divan and Burma, if those deals happen, it probably drops him down the pecking order. I think he goes out on loan, if I'm honest. And I have been told by somebody who claims to have knowledge that he's going to Rochdale, but we will wait and see. Owens picks up the ball in midfield, looks wide for Dejon Brown, just can't get there. Just can't get there. This goal has given Derby a bit of a boost here. Go on, Braden, with a gold coin and 10 jewels. We love that. We love these jewels. Everyone get the jewels in. Get your jewels in, chat. I don't know what the jewels are for, but we'll take them. Charlie Smith up to Selverson. Owen Eames drops it off for Cruz Allen. Cruz Allen tries to square it, goes out for a corner. We've turned this game around. We were quite passive. Eames playing well, yeah. Eames is playing well. I think Allen is doing all right. Dejon Brown's having a good game so far. Can't really complain about the back four. They've done a good job. I do think a lot of this team won't play senior football this season, for us anyway. I think a lot of them will move elsewhere, but Cruz Allen's about to whip this one in. And does. Punched away. Who's going to get there? I think that's Kenzo. Thank you, Braden, bro. Appreciate that. Vickers has the ball in his own half. Somehow it's back at Vickers from the corner. Out to, I believe that's Sondre Langas. It is. Right. Vickers, look for a pass through the middle. There's nobody there, so look long. He does. Dejon Brown's breaking. The Mansfield keeper gets there well. Who scored? Dejon Brown. Dejon Brown from a Selverson assist. Tristan Gill press as well. So now Langas against McGoldrick. Langas wins the ball. It's a great ball through. Nyambi gets there. Nyambi clears it away for a corner. Vickers should have come and got that. Vickers should have come and got that. Why has SofaScore told me that Selverson scored? It's whipped in by Mansfield, cleared, blocked by decent goal. Yeah, it was all right. Vickers rolls it out to Owen Eames. Eames then plays it through the lines. It's flicked on by Cruz Allen. Selverson runs on. Ball's whipped into the box. And Dejon Brown takes a touch and puts it in the back of the net. Under quite decent pressure as well, to be fair. That's first time I heard you say McGoldrick. Is it? No, I'm not live on TikTok, Ollie, bro. They keep banning me, so they keep banning my live, so I'm just not bothered. Mansfield have it midway through the Derby half. Drops into Roberts. So number 24 dropped off. Tristan Gill clears it away. Mansfield breaking. On Derby County's left. Forced number 19. I think that's Roberts. It's out wide again. He not touched the ball. Not really. It's sort of just hovering. It's whipped in by Akins. Flicked on by Charlie Smith. McGoldrick shoots wide. He's just touched the ball and nearly scored. He's just touched the ball and nearly scored. It's a really good touch, by the way. I think that's a lot further away than it looks on the camera, I can't lie. Didsy's one of those players that doesn't really need to touch the ball to affect the game. You just leave him to roam in the final third and he'll pick up some chances. Sent long by Vickers. Dejan Brown is chasing. It's going to go all the way out for a goal kick. Whereabouts did the goal go? The ball was whipped in from Selverson on the right-hand side. Touchdown by Dejan Brown just about in the Mansfield box. Takes a touch. Takes him a little bit close to the goal. Drops him. He's bound to score if he stays on after half-time. I think he will do because I'm pretty sure their season starts... Oh, our season starts next week. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll play. I think he'll play 60, 70. Langas wins the throw-in. It's thrown forward by Tristan Gill. Selverson keeps the ball. It's touched down by the Mansfield defender. Falls to Kenzo on the edge of the box. Looks for a good pass. I think the ref got in the way. The ref did get in the way. The ref did get in the way. Wait, hang on. We should be another 5 yards closer. Where'd you get your transfer news from on TikTok? I've got a couple of sources and I do research. Message people, research. And IMB drops off for Eames. Eames finds Charlie Smith, takes one touch away, loses the ball on the edge of the box. Sent long. I think that's Smith. Smith up against Cannaville. Dropped into Akins. Back out to Smith. He looks offside. It's whipped into the box all the way through. Headed away by Nyambi. Selverson. Off to Eames. Eames breaking. Very direct. Oh, that's a terrible... Oh, it's not a terrible pass, actually. It had a bit more pace on it than it looked like it did. Brown gives the ball away. It's dropped off. Cannaville's dropping back in. He's going to get Michael Smith. Oh, Michael Smith. That's a goal for Mansfield. That's disappointing. That is disappointing. Can't say it's against the run of play, though. Mansfield have played decent in this game. Mansfield have done decently in this game. They really have. And it's a really good finish as well, to be fair. We got dry. I think you probably have to question Langas a little bit there. I can't lie. Who lost the ball? That's what I want to know. It's a good goal by Michael Smith. Really good goal. Yeah. Took it really well. They cut us apart. But you can't let him come in. Make him put the cross in. Don't let him come in and shoot. That's my opinion anyway. It reminds me a bit of the goal that we conceded with Craig Forsyth in Austria. You've just got to take him down the line. Don't let him come inside. 2-1. Told you, mate. You ignored my message. Sorry, I think they scored as it popped up. Sorry, Momo, bro. That's not gone out. I've gone for 10 minutes. What have I missed? We conceded. Foul by Owen Eames midway through the Derby half. Number 5 stepping up to take it. And Rams TV has decided it wants to buffer. Why are you buffering? Why are you buffering? Why is Rams TV decided to buffer on a free kick? Set into the box, cleared away by Gill. Man of the match so far? Eames, maybe? I think Eames played pretty well. Tristan Gill's told to go backwards for the throw-in. Into Allen. Was Brown's goal good? Yeah. Derby will win next week. What, against Lincoln? I hope so. I hope so. Because next week is when it all matters. It's when it all matters. First match day vlog of this season. Tristan Gill. Sends it long. Think he's looking for Dage. Goes all the way through to the Mansfield goalkeeper. No, it doesn't actually. Defends it well. Defends it well. Well. What do we have here? Mansfield goalkeeper taking a goal kick. Drops it off to the centre back. Brown presses. Are you going to be live tomorrow? Yes, I will be. Blocked by Tristan Gill. Mansfield throwing on the right-hand side. I'll be live about 2:30, I think. Mansfield throwing on the right. Sending it long. Dejon Brown wins the header. And again, Cruz Allen brings it down in midfield. Drops it off to Dage. Dage drops it off to Tristan Gill, sorry. Gill wins it, and again, and then falls to Cannaville. It's now Sondre Langas. Goes all the way back for Vickers. Reset. That's what I'd be saying. What about Rotherham on Tuesday? I will be live. We'll be live right here. Cannaville, come on, bro. Cannaville plays it forward for Dejon Brown. Dropped off to one of the midfielders. I think it's Kenzo. Hope he gets more starts this season. Looks very promising. If he's fit, available, I think he gets chances. But I also think there's a potential he could go out on loan. But that depends on what signings we get in. Eamesy pressing. Now Kenzo. Kenzo presses McGoldrick. So does Eames. McGoldrick's breaking away. Plays the ball forward for number 24. Sondre Langas is on his back. He's offside. How's Kenzo looks? I think he looks okay. I think that's the best way to put it. Okay. He's not been awful. He's not been brilliant. He's just been okay. Just been okay. But I think he's essentially playing in the bomb squad right now. These are your players that are like on the edge of the first team, not really going to play. So it's hard to really look good in this team. Vickers sends it long. Looks for Selverson. Doesn't win the header. Cannaville up on Michael Smith. Charlie Smith. There's so many Smiths. Do you reckon he starts in the league? What? Kenzo? Probably not. I don't think Kenzo will be a Derby player in the summer. By the end of the summer, sorry. Cannaville. Owen Hughes is going to win that. He does. Nyambi stops. Charlie Smith pressing. 2 men on McGoldrick. 3 men. 4 men. Langas picks it up. It's dropped off to Tristan Gill. There's a man on, though. Drops it off to Brown. Brown chops inside. Finds Cannaville. Into Smith. Derby County are finding their feet again. Smith looks wide. For Nyambi, it's going to go out of play. It's a little bit forward. Little bit too far forward. What's that card? Sell him or loan again. I'm not sure, but I don't think he'll be a Derby player by the end of the window. Wouldn't shock me if he goes permanently, to be fair. Or like loan with obligation. Nyambi. Knocks it forward to Cruz Allen. Allen's under pressure. Wins. How is that not a Derby throw? Kenzo didn't have much game time when he was away in Europe. Can't see him staying part of the squad. Yeah, I feel the same, to be fair. So with Sondre Lagas on the halfway line, out to Cannaville. Tristan Gill dropping off to the left. Dejon Brown coming inside. Ref, no foul? I'm not quite sure how that's not a foul, to be honest. Sent forward to McGoldrick. Great save. Josh Vickers does well. How McGoldrick is getting into the opposition half and beating you for pace, I have no idea there. It's a really good pass, by the way. But Cannaville, that's where Cannaville's a little bit... that's why he's not quite part of the first team yet. Because you imagine that being... I don't know, imagine Jared Bowen in that position. He scores them. Into the box by Mansfield from the corner. Vickers punches away. Oh, dear. Free kick on the edge. Do you reckon it'll be the starting 11 tomorrow? I think it'll be pretty much our main team, yeah. That's what I'd expect anyway. I'm thinking Zetterstrom, Johnston, Sanderson, Clark, Taylor, Travis, Fraulo. Then you go in Clark, Ward. I have no idea if Hedges is still with the team. If he is, I don't think he should play because he's not going to be fit. So you're probably hoping that Brewster and then Morris will be your 9. So Mansfield free kick on the edge of the Derby box. 40 minutes gone. There's been no hydration break. I told you they'd go away. I told you they'd go away. It's rolled off. Strike from the edge. Goes wide. Derby County goal kick. I should link you to my other channel. No, we'll do it. We'll do it at half time. Is Brewster fit? Back training with the squad, I believe. Kenzo just ain't championship level and we're playing Mansfield. That is true. Vickers sends it long. Not sure who he's looking for there, but it certainly didn't go to him. Charlie Smith wins the header in the middle. Falls to Kenzo. Kenzo wins the foul in midfield. It was a foul. It was a foul, 100%. Cruz, Allen and Kenzo standing over it. I think it's going to be Allen to take. Do you know when Adjumon will be back? I believe January. It'll be back end of the year, January time. Cruz Allen. Into the box. Goes all the way through. Cleared away by the Mansfield man. Ends up at the feet of Nyambi. No chance for Kenzo, in my opinion, next season, and I'm glad. I don't think he'll be a part of the team, don't worry. Out to Charlie Smith. Into Kenzo. I think that's Cruz Allen. Strikes from the edge. It's blocked. Goes out for a Derby throw-in. It's a good block, that, by the way. Good block there. Tristan Gill. Off to Brown. Brown drops it off to Gill. Gill to Kenzo. Looks for the man in the middle. Can't find him. It's breakaway now. Mansfield breaking. It's Russell against Allen. It's dropped off to the right back. Sent forward. Langas heads away. Smith. Tries to send it forward. Nobody there. Akins. Mansfield defenders. Is that Sweeney? Get there. Get there. Get there. Get there. Get there. It's a really good battle in there by Kenzo and Eames. Yeah, another 11 tomorrow. Yeah, it will be. Eames. Touch outside. Touch inside. It goes out for a Derby throw-in. Also, I don't know if you've already said this, but where do you reckon we finish? I do think it's too early to say. What I say today could completely change if we get the investment deal in, bring in Ozo, Diaz maybe, Smodix, and another couple of forwards. I think then you're completely looking at a different team. So I don't want to say just yet. Top 3. As long as we're top 8. Is this Smodix newsreel? Is he back? It doesn't say anything on YouTube. It's not officially announced yet. but the expectation is it's done deal. Dejan Brown on the left drops it into Kenzo. Kenzo out to Gill. Gill whips it in straight into the goalkeeper's arms. How you doing, Gala? Sent forward by Mansfield, all the way out to the right-hand side. Akins, 1v1 with Gill. Brings it inside, shoots. Good block by Cannaville. Good block by Cannaville. Every Derby home game, Jay. Every Derby home game. It's Russell to take the corner on Derby County's right. It's going to be whipped in. Unbelievable ball, by the way. Cleared away by Dejan Brown. What are your thoughts on this owner? Are you concerned about the deal? Feeling positive? I'm positive about the deal, but we don't know a lot about it, really. Eames is breaking. Oh, no, he's not. He gets tackled. It's Cruz Allen. He's had to go down. Cruz Allen's gone down off the ball. It's Didsey now. Derby County's left. Chops inside. Takes deflection. Are most of the players youngsters, and that's right? Yes, that's true. Won't be streaming them at any point, bro. Just seeing if anything's popped up. It hasn't. Goal kick by Vickers. Smith heads away. Allen picks up the ball just midway through the Mansfield half. How is that not a foul, bro? Akins. Up to Smith. Back to Akins. Didsey. Oh, what a ball. I think that's Roberts. Roberts or Russell. Langash, you got to get there, bro. And does. Clears it away as well. And that is half time, ladies and gents. That is half time. I'm concerned if he pumps money into the club and we fail to get promoted, because people I speak to think we'll be like Man City in a decade. It all depends on what's it called? The whole conversation purely depends on how it works, how they go about spending the money. If they do it responsibly, I've got no issue. But if they're not responsible, that's what sort of causes your issues, if you ask me. And now let me do something, chat. Let me just do something. Let me just do something. There we go. One second. I'm just going to put my other channel into the chat so that you guys can go and look at the docs. The good old documentaries. Here we go. When Ben not around, so you have to set off a Big Ben. Who the fuck is Ben? Who the fuck is Big Ben? Is it pinned it? I have no idea. Pin. There we go. Message pinned. There we go, chat. What's the cap for us and budget this season? I feel like we need a bit more speed, more goals in games this season. Very attacking. In terms of spend, it's 85% of your revenue. 85% of your revenue, and your owner can put in 33 mil over 3 years, with a maximum of 15 million in one season. Who scored? Dejan Brown and Michael Smith. But we still need a fair few signings. We do. Still need a fair few. Still need a fair few signings. We're not quite where we want to be yet. We're not. Do I have my other thing up? If we go... I'm not on the screen. There we go. If we pull this up, this is where we are right now in terms of depth. Like, we're missing in some big areas at the minute. So we will wait and see sort of how things develop over the next few days. We will. Oh, wrong one. Sorry, chat. Do. Do you reckon we make any changes at half time? I bloody hope not. I'm not really prepped for changes. I am not prepped for changes. I'd imagine we don't, though. You're going to the Lincoln game? I believe so. I believe so. I thought Bilbio was a camp. He can play any of the front four positions. He can play anywhere centrally. Just don't put him in defence. But we'll see Bilbia tomorrow, so we'll have an idea of where Eustace is going to play him. Although that can all change depending on the players that we bring in as well. Slap me cup holders. Oh. Chat. Do you want to see what I got an EFL box? See, yeah, he can play as a 6. I got an EFL box. Look at what I packed. Dual auto, Callum Doyle and Nathan Broadhead. If you want it, let me know. I'll put my eBay in the chat. Does Kenzo seem different from the last time he played for us? I've always liked Kenzo. I've always felt he's been given a hard... I don't know. I always felt like he's been given a bit of a tough one. Who are we playing tomorrow? Burton. We're playing Burton. You think that Senegal player will be interested in us? Reckon he'd be fast up front. From what I'm aware, the deal that he was supposed to sign with a club in Turkey has fell through. So potentially. But imagine if we bring in 6, 7 players next year. I need to take these off because my ears are sweating. Literally sweating. We're playing basketball. We do need another striker, though. Well, depending on what you do with Brown and Selverson, you probably need another 9. I'd like to know what we're doing in terms of the second half, please, Darby. Attacking, I thought Ollie, but could be wrong. He can play. So Bilbia can play as a 6, an 8, a 10, either wing, and as a 9. He's like unbelievably versatile. Did you see Alder going Lincoln? I'm not surprised he went to Lincoln. Makes a lot of sense for Lincoln. It does. It's a very good deal for Lincoln, in my opinion. Because he's a very experienced championship operator. He is. Very experienced championship operator. Everybody dance now. Rock your body, everybody. Rock your body. Right, we're just waiting for the second half to get underway, chat. What other good cards have I got? Oh! Ryan Sweeney auto. Forgot I had that. Rock everybody. Do you live near Pride Park? Yeah, not far away. Not far away. I'll tell you what, Didsy's incredible, isn't he? For 37, 38, he is so good. He is so good. Do you know when third kit's coming out? No, I don't, as things stand. Right, anyone fancy telling me if we're making any halves? Hopefully we get third kit soon though. But I guess the third kit depends on when we need it. It normally depends on when we build it. When we build it, when we need it. Oh. Rock everybody. Right. Let's see the second half then, please, ref. I think it will be a black hat. I hope so. I love black hat kits. What do you think of the away kit? I love it. I've always thought pink kits are decent. If you do want a kit, go and check out Kit Bag. Oh, I didn't copy it. Hang on. Wrong one. Copy. That one. Go and use that link. Go and get yourself a kit on Kit Bag. I already have the away kit. Or go and get yourself the home kit. Go and get yourself a basketball jersey. Get yourself anything you want. All I want to know is if we're making any changes. Do you reckon that we are? Chippy? Hello, Chippy.
So yeah, it's really starting from scratch at a wonderful school, which we'll find out more today. There's a lot to get through. What we're really well requesting yesterday.
Kit Bag is it's basically just like they sell like football kits and shit, essentially. Assists a lot too. You know about Bilbia? Yeah, he does. He's a decent player, Right, everybody. We're cooking. We are cooking. Are you going Charlton away? No, I'll be live. I'll be live for Charlton. What's it called? I'll be live streaming that one. I'm just hoping that we anyone fancy telling me if they're making changes? Come on. Oh. All I want is to know the changes. Then we can get on to the second half. Then we can go into the second half. I don't want to listen about Ramsey and Kenya. I know what they do. I get it. I had a trial with Derby 10 years ago, unfortunately. What's unfortunate about that? Has Sammy Swaddick signed? Yeah, the deal's done. The deal is done from what I'm aware. The deal is done. How you doing, Lion, bro? Hope you're okay, mate. Hope you're okay. Got some vibey songs on these ads. We're vibing on the ads. How much? That depends who you ask. Ben Jacobs says 5.4 million if Derby get promoted. Dom Dietrich says 2.7 mil. Contract we don't know yet. Is Turkey a rammy yet? Not just yet. Not just yet. We're expecting a confirmation of that next week. We are. We're expecting confirmation of that next week. Oh, my head is itchy. Let me tell you, my head is itchy. Unfortunately, it's because it was with the magistrates 2-year traffic ban. Well, that maybe is a little bit unfortunate. That is a little bit unfortunate. No one has told you, but notice you've got 2 number 6 on the team sheet and no number 5. Thank you. How long is Bill Beer's contract? 3 years, I think. Thanks, Russ, bro. Appreciate that. Deal. Could you imagine if Dejan Brown ends up being like our left-hand side? What? Imagine if Dejan Brown becomes our starter on the left. I'm just checking because they've not said anything about the team for the second half yet. The only change I think might happen is Sondre. No, Langas is carried on. I can't see any changes as things stand. Cannot see any changes as things stand. No changes as of right now. Couple of changes for Mansfield, no changes for us as things stand. So we'll see how that develops as the second half goes on. So your Derby County 11 is Vickers in goal, Niambi, Langas, Cannaville and Tristan Gills, your back 4. It is Smith and Kenzo as your 2 sitting with Cruz Allen just ahead. You've got Eames on the right, Brown on the left and Selverson as your 9. Is David Ozo worth 5 million? A fully fit David Ozo is £5 million, yes. 100%. 100%. Right. It's about time to get yourselves underway for the second half. I hope you're strapped in and you've got your cup of tea because we are a go for the second half as Lars Jorgen Selverson gets us underway. Is Zetterstrom staying? As of right now, yes. Cannaville on the ball on the left. He is doing circles. Josh Vickers now. Aikens closing him down. Vickers sends it long, looking for Selverson. Selverson flicks it on. Dejan Brown's going to get there. Should be a foul. Oh, someone was offside. It has to be offside because that can't have been a foul. The Mansfield keeper. Sent long. Kenzo missed his header. It's out to Mansfield's number 22, newly on in the second half. It's now Russell, squares it across, cleared away by Canaville. Good defending there by Canaville. Has my stream died? Surely not. Nah, I thought the stream died. Sorry, chat. Because it said no connection. Mansfield corner on Derby County's left. Whipped in, headed away by Kenzo. 22 whips it in to the back post. It's knocked away. Dejan Brown pressing. McGoldrick strikes and it goes out for a corner after a block. Right, so Mansfield corner on Derby County's right. Mansfield corner on Derby's right. Right, can we get into the second half now? Can we get things going? It's been a bit stop-start in these first few minutes. Swept in now by Mansfield. Headed all the way on. Off the crossbar. Headed away. Headed away twice. Blocked in the box. Canaville sends it long. Eames is going to press. It's on Derby County's right-hand side. Kenzo gives the ball away on the edge of the box. Wins it back, though. Selverson's pressing out. Now Allen. It's McGoldrick trying to get it away. McGoldrick onto Derby County's left-hand side. Whips it across the box, goes all the way through. What is that trim? Have you dumped a mouldy pot noodle on your cranium? No. I just curled the top of my head. Because I have a cow flick here. Which means that when I don't have it, my hair stands up like that. So I have to do it. Who scored first? Dejan Brown, Derby County. And then Michael Smith for Mansfield about 15, 20 minutes later. Josh Vickers to send long and does. Dejan Brown chasing and wins the ball. It's got to be a foul. How is that not a foul? How is that not a foul? Nyambi. Throwing back to Langas. Langas to Vickers. Vickers looking forward. Nowhere to go. There's no space in midfield, so sends it long. Nyambi was the one going. Langas has got to fill in with Owen Eames at right back. Selverson pressing as the ball goes across the Mansfield back four. Eamesy presses. Nyambi challenges. How is that a foul, but the Dejan Brown one isn't? Baffling. Honestly baffling. These things really do baffle me. Mansfield. Drop it off back to their goalkeeper. 49 minutes gone. Will we play better team tomorrow? Yes, we will. Gill taps it forward. I say tap. It's a pretty hard tap. Dejan Brown presses all the way back to the Mansfield keeper. Canaville's getting absolutely abused. Nyambi drops it off to Vickers. Vickers sends it long. I can see those hungry. What do you mean? Selverson wins the ball. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, attackers up front, yeah. Selverson pressing the goalkeeper. Don't get too close there, we'll give a foul. Eames challenges. Pressures the boy to give the ball away. Falls to Nyambi. Nyambi to Kenzo. It's a bit of a weird point of play. Falls to Charlie Smith. How you doing, Alfie, bro? Gill up to Smith. Looks forward for Allen. Allen's not quite got the pace on that. Drops inside by Mansfield. Allen's now got to do the work in back and does. Canaville picks up the ball well. Drops it off to Gill. Gill loses it. It's now Gill's turn to do some work in. Kenzo picks up the ball in midfield. So does Cruz Allen, and we win a foul in midfield, about halfway through the Derby half. Smith to Kenzo. How you doing, funny? Langas. All the way back to Vickers. I love Eames. Yeah, he's pretty decent, isn't he? Pretty decent. Josh Vickers plays the ball forward. Finds Owen Eames. He's direct. He finds Selverson on the right-hand side. Selverson shoots. It's a great save. I've entered the giveaway. Love that. Nyambi drops it off. When he made his debut against Leeds, he was well fast. Yeah, he's very quick. Very, very quick. Langas. Cannaville. It's a great ball. We lose it in that forward line. Selverson just can't quite get there. Sent long by the Mansfield keeper. Akins gets on it. It's out to number 22 for Mansfield. Tristan Gill pressing. It's a good ball into the box. Goes all the way through. It's going to fall for a Derby throw-in on the right-hand side. Massive season coming up for Owen Eames. Massive season coming up for Owen Eames. If he continues to play like this, man, he's going to be a problem. He's going to be such a problem. I've already got the home shirt, but I might get it to someone for a birthday. Fair. Or you can have the cash equivalent. David McGoldrick into number 22. 22 again. Langas is going to get there. Wins the header in the box. Cruz Allen trying to break away. Khan is getting bullied. I'm sick. Love that. Oh, no, I don't love that. I hope you feel better soon. Sorry. Selverson chasing. Mansfield have got it halfway through the Derby half. Eames challenging. Wins the ball. It falls to Charlie Smith. Cleared away. How much is the cash? Well, it depends on how much the shirt is at the time. Depends how long it takes the channel to get there. Right now, it'd be 65 quid. I'm pretty sure that's how much a shirt is. Vickers sends it long. How is that not a foul? Mansfield play it through. It falls to David McGoldrick. He's going to shoot and score. He doesn't. What a save. He should have scored there, by the way. Vic, we're struggling in this second half. I can't lie. We've had a couple of good moments, but overall we're struggling. Owen Eames picks up the ball. He's breaking away. Breaks across the midfield. Loses the ball. He should have played that pass. Should have played the pass. I've got the away and home kit anyway. Fair. McGoldrick. Tristan Gill. It's Akins. Charlie Smith blocks. Who scored for Derby? Dejan Brown. After about 20 minutes. It's blocked by Brown. Mansfield have it midway through the Derby half. Back to the halfway line. Looks for, I think that's number 22. Up against Tristan Gill. Does really well with the defensive work. And it goes out for a goal kick. How long's Langas got left in him, chat? Another 5 minutes, maybe? If they can get 90 minutes out of Langas, that'd be brilliant, by the way. That would be brilliant if they can get 90 minutes out of Langas. I don't think they will, but it would be good. It would be good. Vickers. Sending long now. Finds Selverson. Smith wins it in midfield, loses it in midfield as well. McGoldrick breaking away, shoots, blocked by Langas. Charlie Smith out to Gill. Gill sends long. Think he's looking for Dejan Brown. Doesn't find him. It goes out for a Derby throw-in. When is Mendez Lang returning? He's at MK. He's at MK Dons, bro. You won't see him play. Charlie Smith looks forward, finds Brown, who in turn finds Selverson, gives the ball away. Charlie Smith now. Onto the left-hand side. Puts the ball into the box, looking for Eames. Eames takes it down on the right-hand side. Off to Selverson. To Kenzo. Ref, come on. Cruz Allen. Allen. Beats 2. Beats 3. Beats another. Loses it. To Charlie Smith. Tristan Gill. Whips it into the box. If you subscribe to the main channel, which is pinned, when it hits 1,000 subscribers, if your account is public, you're entered into a giveaway of a home shirt or equivalent cash. Charlie Smith on the edge, shoots! Oh my God, get in there, Charlie. Get in there, Charlie. What a boy. What a boy. What a goal. "17-year-old Charlie Smith. What a goal. Go on, Charlie, son. Good lad. That is what we like to see, by the way. That is what we like to see. Academy lads picking up some goals. Really impressed with the goals. It's a really nice finish as well, by the way. A really nice finish. Very, very good finish. Cannot complain about that. Cannot complain at all about that. What do you mean if my account is public? So you can put your subscriptions on public. It's all in the post on the other channel. So if you go on the other channel and go in the posts, it's all in that post. It will tell you how to do it and everything like that. It's also the pinned post on my what's it called? On my my Twitter. Charlie Smith, aka Smudge, get in. Yeah. It's good to see. Is it a good goal? Yeah, it was a nice goal. Very nice goal. Sondre Langas to Kenzo. Nyambi. Nyambi breaks away. Oh, go on, Nyambi. He's found some pace. Off to Eames. Takes on Allen. Into Smith. Back out to Eames. To Kenzo. To Canaville. Thought I was already subscribed, but hey ho, done now. No worries at all, bro. Tristan Gill finds Allen. Spins on it. Does well. Finds himself in some space. There's plenty around him. Plenty of options as he finds Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith to Dejon Brown. Inside. Shoots. Just wide. Love it, but can you live stream at the games? I don't have service at the games, so I don't think I'd be able to. I don't think I'd be able to, unfortunately. And also, I like getting home quick so I can get the match day vlogs up. Smith. Allen turns well. To Akins. Out to number 22. Drops it off for Russell. Russell into Didsey. Langas doesn't know whether to come or go. Kenzo does well. So that's McGoldrick again. It goes wide. I think it's time to take Langas off. To protect him, please. Kenzo does well there, by the way. Who's coming off? Blackett Taylor's coming on. Say and here comes Adisa, I'm pretty sure. Blackett Taylor's on. Blackett Taylor and Adisa Rossayande are on. Dejon Brown has gone through as a 9. Could you see if my account is public? Yes, but not until after the game. Nyambi. Up to Dejon Brown. To Cruz Allen. Allen to Kenzo. Kenzo looks for Blackett Taylor. It goes out of play. Tristan Gill drops off to Cannaville. Right, Cannaville. Cannaville breaking away. It's a corner. Why did the whistle not go there? Ollie, are you subscribed on this channel? I might not be able to check till tomorrow, to be honest. Because I don't know when the actual thing updates. Russell. On the edge of Derby's box. Out to number 22. Up against Ryan Nyambi. Nyambi does well defensively. It falls to Russell. Kenzo's now out pressing. It's whipped in. Headed away by Cannaville. I think that's Michael Smith. Whips it. Headed away by Oseande. Headed away by Smith. Brown challenging. Blackett Taylor challenging. Oh my God, that should have been a goal. Need a better striker. Glad they're giving Brown a chance up top. Yeah, I agree. It'll be interesting to see how it works. It will. Vickers sends it long, looking for Dej. Finds him, takes a touch, brings it down, does well, sends it forward. Ball still in play as Nyambi chases. Is he going to get there first? He doesn't. It's out for a Derby throw-in. What about Morris Yaplonka? Yeah, but you need more than just one. We didn't have Morris for like 4.5 months last season. So that's Cruz Allen. Allen's turning on it. Falls to Kenzo. Kenzo to Gill. Get there, Gilly. Unlucky. It's Corey Blackett Taylor now. Blackett Taylor sees Gill going. Instead, Blackett Taylor goes. Whips it into the box. Falls to Brow. Oh my God. Can you describe our second goal? We're messing about with it in the box. Cruz Allen beats like 3 or 4 men. Charlie Smith beats a couple of men. And then the ball falls to Charlie Smith on the edge of the box. He takes a touch out his feet, slots it in the bottom left corner. It's out to Owen Eames. Eames beats his man. Puts it across. It goes all the way through. Selverson, mate. I think Selverson will go by the end of the transfer window. Mansfield breaking away. Tristan Gill's got to work. No, it's not Tristan Gill. It's Charlie Smith who's working. Great tackle. Falls over. 22 whips it in. Punched away by Vickers. And Vickers is fouled. Goes out for a Mansfield throw-in, though. Didsey takes a short throw-in. Whipped in to the near post. Vickers saves. Vickers rolls it out to, I think that was Eames. Then finds Kenzo. Kenzo turns on it. Kenzo drops it off to Cannaville. Cannaville to Vickers. What is Vickers doing, man? Is he not watching the game? I could have told you I was going to do that. Birmingham up against Barca. Yeah, but it's not even like their main team. Dejon Brown breaking away. Dejon Brown does well. Come on, ref. That has to be a foul. Surely that's a foul, man. Why is Morris playing? Can't rely on Morris to play a full season. No, Morris is fit. He'll play tomorrow. Morris will play tomorrow. We've got another game tomorrow, which is where you'll see our main team. Mansfield on the edge of the D. About halfway in the Derby half now, playing about with it. It's Russell. Owen Eames getting out to him. Mansfield are just playing about with it on the edge of their half. Tristan Gill presses. Ball goes through his legs to Akins. Defended well. Falls up to number 25, who sends it towards Michael Smith. It's headed away by Niambi. It goes out for a Mansfield corner. Who do you think is a better keeper, Vickers or O'Donnell? I prefer O'Donnell, personally. Salverson just not good enough, loads of effort, but no end product. I don't disagree. Mansfield corner off Derby County's right, cleared away by Niambi. Out for a throw-in midway through the Derby half. Mansfield's throw-in. Drops it for 24. Short throw-in. It's going to get whipped in. Niambi gets baited. So did I. It's Welsh. Russell now. He's going to whip it in. Does. Goes all the way through. It's a Derby County goal kick. Oh, it's not a Derby goal kick? Your goal scorers for Derby were... Who were your goal scorers for Derby? That is a great question. Dejan Brown and Charlie Smith. 2 academy lads. Mansfield corner on the right-hand side. Looking for the short option. It doesn't happen. Sets up now for the back post. That's where I think he's going to go. He does. Goes all the way through. Cleared away by Niambi and now by Kenzo. It goes all the way away. Brown and Smith, yes. Good old Dirty Dejan. That'd be a sick nickname, by the way. Dirty Dage or Dirty Dave. Go on. Vickers to take this goal kick. I think he needs a cap. Where's Lev Yashin when you need him? For me, for you, that's a sit, but for me, that's a pull. What do you mean? Charlie Smith finds Dejan Brown, takes a touch, holds off his man, shoots, it's blocked. Blocked again by Kenzo. Niambi on it now. Osayande plays it forward, finds Kenzo. Kenzo looks all the way over for Corey. It's Blackett Taylor. He's got 2 men on him. He chops inside. Goes again. Looks for Gill. Puts the ball in the box. It falls to Cruz Allen. Derby County have a third. It's Allen. It's Smith. And it's Dirty Dejan Brown. Go on. Do you prefer Smolix or Clark in the 10 role for upcoming season? I prefer Clark in the 10. Who's been man of the match so far? Probably Owen Eames. Although he hasn't scored, I'd probably say Owen Eames. Your plate isn't dirty because you licked the mess. Right. It's a really good ball, that, by the way. I think Cruz Allen does really well to get a touch on that. Could you do it for me as well? I'll get you above roll. Hoping bribes. Oh, you don't need to get me above roll, bro. You don't need to get me above roll. Mansfield are making a whole host of changes here. I wouldn't... I'm glad that Eames has got his goal, by the way. Mansfield get us back underway. 70 minutes gone. Derby County 3, Mansfield 0. Where did the third goal go? It didn't go anywhere. It was Cruzy Allen. Cruz Allen scored it, if that's what you mean. Mansfield throw. Drops it in. Goes out for a Derby throw-in. Tristan Gill. Tristan Gill's about to take a throw-in on Derby County's left, midway through the half. Dejon Brown heads. It goes out for a Mansfield throw-in. I mean, in the goal. Oh, right-hand side. It was like midway up the goal. So say my face is the goal. It went about here. But on the right-hand side. Is that the right? Is that the right? Who knows? Mansfield. Play it across in the box. It's dropped off for number 10. It hits the post. Adisa Asande clears it. Mansfield could have had 3 or 4 tonight as well, by the way. Cruz Allen picks up the ball in midfield. Drops off for Nyambi. Nyambi to Oseande. Put him under a lot of pressure. That is hospital, Nyambi. Makes sense now. No worries at all, bro. Nyambi clears. Dage comes in. It's flicked over by referee. 3-1. Yes, bro. It is 3-1, Caden. Should be. What do you think score will be tomorrow? Well, it'll be our main team against Burton's main team, so it'll be a decent game. In terms of the score, though, 3-1, 4-1. Sorry, chat. Dejon Brown loses the ball on the halfway line. The referee gets in the way. Cruz Allen battling. Sent forward. Rio Canaville gets there. And how is that their ball? 22 for Mansfield. As Corey Blackett-Taylor gets back in position. He's pretty much in the corner flag with Mansfield here. Number 2 gives the ball away to Corey Blackett-Taylor. Blackett-Taylor keeps scrapping, trying to keep it. Kenzo. Dropped off to Gill. Trying to get himself away. Does. It gets blocked. It goes out for a Derby goal kick. Josh Vickers to take. Can you start a gaming channel? I'd sub. Type in Loki Lewis. I make GTA 5 videos over there. What time is kickoff tomorrow? I think 3. Vickers rolls it into Kenzo. Kenzo to Adisa. Asiande sends it forward. Eames can't quite get there. Gets the ball away again. Falls to Corey Blackett-Taylor. Is not going to get there, though. Mansfield Town, hardly a challenge. It's pre-season, bro. And this is our youth academy, pretty much. Lisa Asiande steps in well. It hits Charlie Smith. Falls back to Mansfield as Nyambi gets out. It's Mansfield Town on that left-hand side. It's flicked away to number 11. Goes all the way into 22. Is it 3? I thought so. Number 2. Cleared away by Blackett-Taylor. Yeah, Loki Lewis, Joshua, bro. You'll recognise the voice. Guarantee it. GTA Online content. I haven't made a video on there in a while. I've been quite busy. I'll put it in chat if you want. Filters. Channels. Why can I not find it? There we go. If everyone is fit and we do re-sign Ozo and Diaz, who do you think our strongest lineup will be? Honestly, I've got no idea. O'Donnell better than Vickers, still like Sultan. I really like CBT, but he's injured too often. I agree. is someone that gets you off your seat, but when you're injured all the time, it makes it hard. Corey Blackett-Taylor on the ball now. Dejon Brown's not on the pitch. He's back on the pitch now. Hey, referee. Do you play League of Legends? No. I don't. I play football. Football. Oh, Tristan, come on, lad. Cleared away by Adisa. It's dropped off by Eames. Oh, Alan. I just don't get why PP isn't in FC26 because we've not been in the Prem since they've done the stadiums. As soon as we get in the Prem, we will be. Do you do FPL? Yes, if you join the Discord, there should be a link to it in there. There's a link to it in the Discord. If you join the Discord, put in that you want the FPL link, I'll send it you after the stream. Burton vs Derby is 3 PM kickoff. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Oh my god, what a ball that is. Mansfield's 22's breaking. Blackett-Taylor can't get there. Gill's working across. Oh, what a block that is by Cannaville. Headed away by Gill. She has no worries, bro. That's such a good block, by the way. Such a good block. Mansfield on the right. Whipping it in from the corner. Headed away at the front post. Cleared away there by Allen. Eames is getting attacked on the halfway line. Eames is getting absolutely attacked on the halfway line. I'm not quite sure how that's gone against him, let me tell you. Why do I feel... My camera's moved again, hasn't it? It definitely has. There we go. I don't know why it auto moves. It needs to stop. Where are you from? England. Mansfield to the left-hand side. Eames pressing. I joined the Discord. The user is Dictator. Okay. If you just put in... we should have an FPL chat. If you put in there that you want the link, I'll put it in after the stream. Headed away. Kenzo finds Blackett-Taylor. 2 men on him. Goes down. Oh, you don't know Watchalong for the Burton game? Yes. 22. Kenzo challenging. Down the Derby County left. It's whipped in. Cannaville clears it away. It goes out for a corner for Mansfield. Corner for Mansfield. Number 22 stands over this corner. Whips it in. Oh, it goes all the way through. Gill heads away. Falls to Mansfield man on the edge. It goes wide. Who scored the third goal? Cruz Allen for Derby County. Cruz Allen. So our goal scorers tonight for you chaps. Dejon Brown, Charlie Smith, Cruz Allen. There you goal scorers. And we've got 10.5 minutes left to go. And I'm pretty sure we're at a Derby County goal kick. And we are. Vickers sends it long. I think he's looking for Dejon Brown. No, he's looking for Corey Blackett-Taylor, who's had his shirt. What the... This ref is on drugs. Honestly. It's sent... Owen Eames picks up the ball midway through the Mansfield half. Drops it off for Cannaville. Cannaville finds Gill. Gill goes all the way back to Vickers. Split. Vickers takes a touch at his feet, sends it long. Dejon Brown is getting absolutely abused. It's cleared away by the Mansfield goalkeeper, and the ball goes out. Who scored the third goal for Derby? Cruz Allen. Nyambi into Charlie Smith. Owen Eames on the right. Into Charlie Smith. To Allen. Not Allen, Nyambi, sorry. Don't know how you get those two mixed. Oh, fucking hell, that was dangerous. That was dangerous. Is a Conqueror joint? Apparently not. I'm in the FPL. Somebody already sent it. No words at all, Ollie, bro. Glad you got it. Vickers sends it long. Finds Dage. Touchdown. Out to Eames. Ryan Nyambi. Who scored? Brown, Smith, Allen. Vickers. Sends it long. Looking for Corey Blackett-Taylor, who's getting his shirt taken off him. I'll put a post out on YouTube community about it. I will. I'll put a post out on YouTube comms. Cruz Allen's standing over this free kick. Can't believe I caught you licking Ajimang's feet. Bro, they taste nice. Allen. Standing over this free kick on the Mansfield left-hand side, about midway through the half. The camera does move. Someone tell me that this camera moves. It definitely moves. 100% this camera moves. Justin Gill. Into Owen Eames. Gill. Allen. Loses the ball in midfield. Looks like Dontel Hodges is ready to come on. Goes all the way through for Josh Vickers. Vickers rolls it out. Finds Charlie Smith. Smith finds Allen. Takes one touch inside. Does well. Gets three men on him. Loses the ball. Who were the worst away fans that you've seen? Fleetwood. There was one team that brought like 100 fans to Pride Park. That was an awful afternoon. Mansfield keeper has the ball. Rolls it out. He's going to send it long. He does. Win that header. Doesn't win the header. Doesn't win the second one. Goes all the way over. Gill, you've got to get out there. 22's on the ball in Derby County's half, right on the byline. Takes a touch inside. Whips it into the box. Goes all the way to the back sticks. Cleared away by Nyambi. Eames battling. Nyambi gets involved. Goes out for a Mansfield corner. Who scored for Derby? Dejon Brown, Charlie Smith, and Cruz Allen. Morecambe. Was it Morecambe? Oh, I thought it was Fleetwood. But I know someone bought like 100 fans. Fleetwood had Limbs, to be fair. Fleetwood are an interesting team, aren't they? Some changes here. Allen. Allen for Hodges, I think. We'll do that. Who's that coming on? Come on. Come on, assistant. I need to know who's coming on. Right, so who's thingy coming on for? I don't know who he's coming on for. You make Bob Marley depressed. Poor Bob. Charlie Smith. There we go. So, Wren and Hodges have come on. Vickers wins the ball. Sent long looking for Dejon Brown. Finds him. He does really well. Dejon Brown does really well. Ren is playing in the 10. Hodges is playing just behind, just so you guys know where they're playing. Oh, it's played through. Adisa Osiande's got to get there and does. It goes out for a corner. Woodruff and Ryan Hedges a short-term contract to add depth. I think we'll know what the situation is on that tomorrow. If he plays tomorrow, I think he's getting a. I think he's getting a deal. If he doesn't, then I don't think he is. No, Sherry, he won't. And just I don't swing that way. Just so you know, Ren flicks on, wins a free kick. Why would he ban people from going to the game? Just doesn't make any sense. Oh, another couple of changes. Price is coming on. Price. Who is bro? Who is bro? Myers. 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 Is that how you spell it? Yeah, there we go. Cook. Kenzo goes off to a chance of Kenzo. You look like Nanny McPhee if she was demented. Cheers. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Highly priced top keeper. Yeah, very good keeper. I think he went on trial at Alfreton at the start of pre-season. We've only got 2.5 minutes to go. Naomi throws in to Ren. Ren loses the ball. Cleared away by Gill. Blackett Taylor. Breaking away. Who's he going to find? Finds Hodges. Hodges plays it through to Eames. Eames puts it across. Ren can't quite get there. One more goal, please. Let's hope. Let's hope. Myers picks up the ball. Drops it off to Gill. Gill goes all the way over to Adisa. It's Nyambi. No, you're like Ted Lasso from Wish. Cheers. Cannaville. To Price. Price sends it long. Mansfield have the ball midway through their own half. It goes all the way back to the keeper. Why does it say that CBT is number 9? Because he came on for Selverson. The numbers for these games aren't the right ones. When we get into the actual season, we'll do the proper numbers and stuff. Casey Myers battling. Owen Eames joins in. It's now Hodges' turn. "89 minutes gone. We're really close to the end of this game. It's been a brilliant one. We've done really well. Cannaville picks up the ball. Cannaville to Eames. Eames to Myers. Looks for Ren. Ren drops it off for Nyambi. Nyambi. Oh, nearly gets it through to Eames. Not quite there, though. Osiande gets the ball away. Out for a Mansfield throw-in on the Derby County left. We use presses. Breaking down Derby's left, won by Osiande. We just end the live at the end of the game. Pretty much. There we go. Harley Price picks up the ball. Highly priced, sends it long. Looking for Dejon Brown. Brings it down. Goes out of play. The pressing continues. I can't tell if that's Hodges or Myers. It's Myers. Keeps the ball. Continues to battle. Brown knocks it out of play. It's Mansfield to throw in midway through their own half. There's about 5 seconds left to go. And that is time, ladies and gentlemen. A good performance for both Derby County and for Mansfield. You can't complain too much about that. A 3-1 victory for the Rams. You've got Dejon Brown getting on the score sheet. You've got Charlie Smith getting on the score sheet. And you have Cruz Allen getting on the score sheet. So a good afternoon all in all. Where is Extron going? From what I'm aware, nowhere just yet. But Leon are interested. Has anyone done enough in this game to be a contender? Eames, Allen. I think Charlie Smith had a decent game. I thought Brown had a decent game, but I don't think he'll be a part of the first team. So we will wait and see what happens with that. It'll all depend on the first team and stuff like that. Thanks, Josh, bro. Do you think we will play a back five, back three, or back four for this? I think we'll play back four. No worries at all, bro. Hope you've had a good evening. Obviously, Adisa came on, had a decent evening as well. So when will Edgemang be fit in January? Can you delete that? What am I deleting? Give me a second. I might be able to. I will be able to delete it. Just give me 1 second. I thought I could delete it. It won't let me delete it, bro. It'll be alright. It'll disappear when I stop streaming anyway. It'll disappear when I stop streaming. It will. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It will disappear. But thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. This has been your host, Lewis, on the Derby Digest Extra. And if you want to, stay for the next 11 minutes as we watch Derby County and why they keep losing their academy players. Bye-bye, chat.
Been happy with the quality of the younger players and who he was playing against, and of course getting the minutes for his team.
Derby's latest wonder kid is already breaking records, but can they keep him? Imagine spending years developing a talented young footballer. You identify them at a young age, you coach them, you invest time, money, resources and belief into their development. You help them become one of the biggest and brightest young prospects in the country, and then just as they're approaching the stage where they get offered a scholarship, potential professional terms, a Premier League giant arrives. And there's very little that you can actually do about it. For Derby County, that's becoming one of the biggest challenges facing the club's academy.
Players then become our success, and that might be players playing for our first team, which is the overall goal. We have to be clear that the investment in the academy is to create assets and players for this first team.
Because while the Rams continue to produce exciting young talent, they're competing in a football landscape where money has never been more influential. And increasingly, the biggest clubs are looking down the pyramid for their next star. When people talk about Derby County, they often focus on what happens on the pitch, the promotion battles.
And here come Derby again. They're out on their feet, Leeds. They're out on their feet. Keogh into Marriott. Keeper comes. Marriott scores! Marriott scores! Unbelievable!
The relegation fight.
Officials for the whistle. And there it goes. Rooney, the rookie manager, has just by the skin of his teeth kept Derby County in the Championship. Martin Waghorn, the real hero today for them.
managerial changes.
Many congratulations.
First of all, very happy to be here, of course.
To take up a coaching role with the club and work under Philip,
or maybe even ownership stories.
I haven't spoke to Mel still to this day since August the 9th.
Breaking news, EFL have confirmed a 12-point deduction for Derby County.
But behind the scenes, one of the most important parts of the football club is its academy. For years, Derby have worked tirelessly to identify and develop young talent, and the goal is simple: create players who are good enough to play for Derby County's first team. Not only does that strengthen the squad, but it can also save the club millions and millions in transfer fees. And in some cases, those players can be sold for significant sums, helping the club financially. You cite the deals for the likes of Cade Gordon, Liam Delap, and maybe even Erin Cashin. In modern football, having a successful academy isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity, especially for clubs outside the Premier League. Because unlike the biggest clubs in England, Derby can't spend tens of millions every transfer window. Developing talent internally has become one of the most important ways of staying competitive, but success brings its own problems, and that is exactly where Derby County find themselves now in terms of the academy structure. And perhaps no player highlights Derby County's academy success more right now than that of young striker Blake Henry. If you've been following Derby County's youth setup, you'll already know the excitement surrounding him. Despite still being incredibly young, Henry has already achieved huge milestones that very few academy players have ever managed, including breaking a range of records. He was offered his scholarship at Derby County at a record age, underlying just how highly the club rate his potential. And if that wasn't enough, he also went on to make his under-18s Premier League debut at a record-breaking age, competing against players several years older than himself. For academy coaches, that's often one of the clearest indicators of elite talent, when a youngster isn't simply dominating his own age group, but is consistently being pushed into older categories because the challenge isn't difficult enough. The belief inside Derby County's academy is clear. Blake Henry isn't just another promising young prospect, he's viewed as one of the standout talents coming through the system in the country right now. But that is exactly where the challenge begins. Because when players start setting records and attracting attention at such a young age, other clubs inevitably start watching. Reports and rumours have already linked Henry away with interest from the likes of Manchester City and Manchester United. Now, whether any of these moves actually materialise remains to be seen as of time of recording, but the fact that those kinds of clubs are being mentioned tells you everything you need to know about his reputation within youth football circles. And that's exactly the dilemma Derby County face. The academy is doing its job, it's identifying elite talent, it's developing elite talent. But the better those players become, the harder they are to keep. Because if Derby can see Blake Henry's potential, you can be certain that the biggest clubs in England also see it too. The reality is simple. The better Derby become at developing young players, the more attention those players attract. And when clubs like Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, or even Liverpool begin to show interest, things become incredibly difficult. Derby have already experienced that reality on an abundance of occasions. In the last year, Derby County have lost highly rated youngster Domain Augustine, who chose to join Arsenal rather than continue his development at Pride Park. They also lost Charlie Hardy to Man United earlier in the year, which again is another highly rated youngster. And while losing one talented player might not seem like a huge issue in isolation, it highlights a much bigger trend happening throughout English football. Premier League clubs are constantly searching for the next generation's stars. They're looking earlier, they're scouting wider, and they're investing much more money than ever before. The result? Academy players are becoming one of the hottest commodities in football, and clubs like Derby are increasingly vulnerable, because no matter how strong the coaching is, no matter how good the pathway looks, money talks. To understand the scale of the challenge in which Derby County face, you can look no further than one recent story involving a Liverpool youngster by the name of Josh Abe. Now, reports are suggesting that Chelsea and Manchester City were willing to offer wages between the realms of £40,000 and £50,000 per week in order to secure the services of the 15-year-old. 15 years old. Just take a moment and let that sink in. Many professional footballers across the EFL don't even earn those figures. Yet those kinds of numbers are reportedly being discussed for players who haven't even reached adulthood, haven't even made their senior debut. Now Josh Abe, fortunately, eventually remained at Liverpool, but that's not really the point. The point is that these are the financial realities Derby are competing against. How can a Championship club realistically match those offers? The answer is simple: they can't, and they know they can't. When the wages being discussed for academy players exceed the salaries of some established first-team professionals at the club, the playing field is no longer level. It's not just a football decision anymore, it is a financial one. And that creates an enormous amount of pressure on young players and their families in making the right decision. There have been stories from around the country of young players being approached with promises of bigger contracts, better financial packages and greater rewards elsewhere. For clubs like Derby, it is literally impossible to enter that kind of arms race. Now, according to Derby's academy leadership, one of the biggest reasons for this inflation in the youth market has been Brexit. Before Brexit, England clubs had much greater freedom when it came to recruiting youth players from overseas. The talent pool was enormous. But after those rules changed, clubs found themselves relying more heavily on that domestic talent. And that had a dramatic effect. Suddenly, English players became more valuable, demand increased, competition intensified, and prices skyrocketed. What we're seeing today is essentially a premium being placed on young English talent. Every club wants the best prospects. Every club wants the next Jude Bellingham, Bukayo Saka, or maybe even Cole Palmer. And because everyone is chasing the same players, the market has exploded. What once seemed extraordinary is now becoming normal. And that's exactly what concerns clubs like Derby. Because while the market continues to grow, not everyone has the resources to keep up. So what can Derby do to combat this? If they can't compete financially, how do they convince their talented youngsters to stay at the football club? The answer lies in opportunity. Derby's message to young players is straightforward. Don't focus solely on the money, focus on your development. The club believes that moving to a bigger academy at 16 years old doesn't automatically make you a better player. In fact, for some youngsters, it can actually make that pathway a lot more difficult. At a club like Derby, there may be a clearer route into the first team. There may be more opportunities to train with senior professionals, more chances to impress, more chances to play, and ultimately more chances to build a successful career. Because while money might arrive immediately elsewhere, meaningful opportunities can sometimes be harder to find. Derby County are trying to sell a vision to their prospects that comes with a pathway, a future, and for many young players, that is still incredibly valuable. As academy staff have pointed out, moving clubs at 16 doesn't guarantee you'll become a professional footballer. What matters is being in the right environment at the right time, learning, developing, and taking those opportunities when they arrive. If you do all that right, the money will follow later. But perhaps the bigger question is whether the system itself is sustainable. Should clubs that spend years developing talent be better protected? Should there be stricter regulations surrounding academy recruitment? Should financial incentives be limited when dealing with players of such a young age? These are questions being discussed across English football right now. Because if the richest clubs continue to accumulate the best young talent at younger and younger ages, what does that mean for the rest of the pyramid? Clubs like Derby County, producing players is essential. It's part of their future. But retaining those players is becoming harder than ever. And as the financial gap between the Premier League and the Championship continues to grow, that challenge isn't going away anytime soon. Now, Derby County's academy continues to produce exciting young footballers. Blake Henry is just one example of the huge talent emerging through the ranks right now. The pathway is there, the opportunities are there, but in modern football, talent alone isn't enough. The battle to keep hold of that talent may be one of the most important fights the club faces over the next decade. So what do you think? Should clubs like Derby receive more protection for the players they develop? Or is this just simply the reality of modern football? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget